Afternoon, Chief Users. I thought I'd make a quick little video taking a break here and wanted to show you something that I've been working on slowly for a while now, and it's not quite done, or I would just offer it up to people. But once I complete it, I will offer it up. But in the meantime, I might as well show you how to do it for yourself. So what I'm doing specifically is I'm creating a hotkeys front end for a tablet, and it works with Chief Architect. And so I have gone to I bought an app on the App Store. I'm using an iPad. This same app is available on an Android device as well, and it's called Touch OSC. Touch OSC. What is that? Omega Sam Charlie. I need to brush up on my native phonetics. But anyways, so what we're looking at is a toolbar that I started creating, and you can see that there's some kind of familiar items here. Perspective full overview, swing door, exterior wall, interior wall, wall types, build roof, build foundation, etc. And I'm just going to give you just like a showcase of what, or kind of how you can create these buttons and how you can implement them. So I went into my under tools, toolbars and hotkeys, customize toolbars, lock toolbars, customize hotkeys. And for this particular example, I'm just going to type in light, and what I want is electrical tools light. And so I'm going to do Control Shift L and assign that. And then over here, which is the Touch OSC editor. You get this off of their website, and there's a Touch OSC software that's for either a Mac or Windows. And so I'm going to right click, I'm going to click a push button, and that push button has OSC MIDI key, and under key I'm going to do that Shift Control L. There we go. And let's just, what are we doing? This is lights, and just drop it over here. And there's a grid here somewhere. It's kind of hidden, but there's a grid. And so I'm going to create my button size right off of this grid. It kind of snaps to those grids. And I can change the color of this item. Let's just make it gray. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to label V, and that gives me a string input. And so I'm going to just put light. And I'm going to change the font size to about 20, and let's make it 25. Why not? And so this light, I'm going to put that right over here, and all that is it's an overlay. And in fact, I'm going to uncheck background. That makes it so that it's when I touch, over the top of this button, it's not going to touch the light portion. It's going to touch the button underneath. And so now I've got that there, and I'm going to hit sync, and on my iPad, I'm going to hit the menu option, and I'm going to hit under layout, and I'm going to hit add, and then it's going to see my host server, which is the name of my computer, and it's going to warn me that I'm going to overwrite my existing setup, and I'm going to click yes. Now you can't see all this. I'm not recording my iPad. I suppose I could, but I figure you guys will play around with this. So now that light button is there, and you're going to see in Chief Architect, I'm about to press that button, and what you're going to see is, here's my light icon right here at the top, and I'm not even going to get anywhere near that. When I touch on my iPad, it should, if I did that right, bam, look at that. All I did was touch the interface on my iPad, and it selected the light. Watch, I'll hit window, I'll hit exterior wall, I'll hit interior wall. I'll even, let's do build foundation. Look at that. Pops right up. Foundation defaults. Bam, pops right up. So I have this as a touchpad on my iPad. It's hooked up to my computer, and it's controlling Chief Architect. And what a fast way to navigate your toolbar buttons, especially things that don't necessarily show up. And so another part of this that's kind of cool is that if you saw another video I posted, it was about a macro recorder. And a macro recorder can record your screen actions and play them back as an executable file. And so an example of that is if I click on this guy, this program, icon right here that I pinned to my taskbar, it's going to change my, if I go, let's just do this. I'm going to change my snap units to 3 inches. Because I do that quite frequently, whether I'm working in CAD or layouts or etc. You know, layouts, I want to move stuff around. I want to move the increment. It's much smaller. So if I hit this executable file, look what it does. It goes in, changes it to half. And now I can program this to this iPad front end. So some productivity tools there. Maybe I'll do an expansive video when I complete this. But in the meantime, for some of you, adventurous users, here's something to kind of mess around with.